by the way,
Mm.
all this stuff is laid out in my book. Everything I said to you, it's in the book.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. I love that. Yeah, you're
But
setting this up nicely.
so the first thing, this is counterintuitive. If someone who's pro-choice, the first thing you have to do if you want them to become pro-life is get them to become pro-choice. In other words, what are the two choices? So I had a conversation once some years ago. I had a donor that invited me to a meeting to meet with a guy who they thought was pro-life. And so he introduced me and the whole thing and Ronald Norman Care Dad, whatever, whatever. And the guy turns to me before I can say anything and says, "So you don't believe that a woman should have the right to her own body, do you?"
Oh wow, here we
It's like
go.
I looked at the donor, I was like, I said to him, "So you're pro-choice?" He said, "Yes, I am." And so I answered his question. Yeah, I do believe that she should have a right to her own body. What I didn't say was the next point that most people say was, but we're not talking about her body. We're talking about a body inside her. But I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Right. I said, but let me, I want to understand, I want to make sure I understand your position. So if you're pro-choice, let me just take a piece of paper. And I took a piece of paper and I wrote a circle. Wrote a circle and I put a line through the middle of it. And I said, what are the two choices? Well, one's abortion and one's birth. Gotcha.
Mm.
So I want to make sure I understand your position from conception to birth is that you don't care which choice a woman makes as long as she has the right to make it. He said, absolutely. Okay. I said, great. So then on the side that had abortion, I wrote the word obstacles. And on the side that had birth, I wrote the word obstacle.